Alright guys, so your teacher may or may not have already gone over the 30, 60, 90 triangle that was in the notes for 8.3a. I did not. I waited until the day we recapped 8.3b, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and go over this real quickly. So we need to find our last two sides of our 30, 60, 90 over here, because this angle over here is 30. We know this one's going to be 60 degrees. Across the 60 degrees is going to be your a square root of 3, and across your 90 is going to be your 2a. So first we'll go ahead and we will solve for UG. So when we solve for UG, we have that it's a square root of 3. Well, we know what a is. We found it in the previous notes, so we're just going to substitute in that 4 square root of 2 for a, and then UG will end up coming out to 4 square root of 6. When we solve for SG over here, we have our 2a. We're going to do the exact same thing. Sorry, put the letters here. We're just going to substitute in. We're going to remove the a, and we're going to put in that 4 square root of 2. Here, we're going to multiply the 2 and the 4 to get 8 square root of 2. And that's all we do for that one. So we move on to the 3 problems that I asked you guys to do on your own. Work through these. First things first, we need to label what we need. Here we know this is our 30-degree angle. Across the 30 is a, across from the 60 is a square root of 3, and across from the 90 is your 2a. So this is what we need. We need to solve for a on this one. That's going to get us our side for MN. So we set these equal to each other. We have 2a equals 4 square root of 3. To isolate a, we're going to divide both sides by that 2 so that these cancel. And then a is going to end up equaling, once we divide that 4 by the 2, a is going to give you 2 square root of 3. So over here we'll have 2 square root of 3. So now to plug in and find for ML, we just need to do our substitution property, or they call it LM. So we're going to take that a square root of 3, we're going to remove a exactly like we did earlier, and we're going to substitute in 2 square root of 3. Don't forget to attach that square root of 3 there. Now here we don't have a whole number to multiply, so we have a 2. We have the square root of 3 times the square root of 3, which comes out to the square root of 9, which we need to recognize this as a perfect square. So we end up with 2 times 3, giving us LM. It's going to be 6. Okay? Example, or letter E under this example. Go ahead and here we go with our 30 degrees right here. Across the 30 is a, across the 60 is a square root of 3, and across the 90 is 2a. Here we got lucky because they gave us a and it was a whole number. So finding the other two sides could be really easy. All we have to do is remove the a and replace it with 8. So here will just be 8 square root of 3. And over here, we remove the a and replace it with 8. We're going to get 16. This is the easiest, nicest one you've got. Next on F, same thing with our labeling. 30 degrees, a square root of 3, and 2a. We do have to solve for a. So we'll go over here and we'll solve for a, which will give us also our side ST, or they call it TS. So we're going to set a square root of 3 equal to that 12. We have to divide both sides by that square root of 3 to isolate a, which is going to leave us with a is equal to 12 over the square root of 3. We need to use our shove it and leave it example and get rid of that radical on the back with our rationalized. So we have our 12. We're going to shove that square root of 3 up to the top, and we're going to leave the 3 on bottom. Here we are going to be able to simplify right here with the dividing. So then a is going to come out to 4 square root of 3. So over here we have 4 square root of 3. So again, with our side SU, all we need to do is remove a and plug in that 4 square root of 3 for the letter a. Here we're going to multiply the 2 and the 4 to get 8. We can't do anything with that square root of 3. So it's just going to come out to 8 square root of 3. All right?